Look at that. Isn't this beautiful, guys? Look at that. It even just goes, goes back in there. This is starting to feel like a ride at Disneyland. Like, it's a small world after all. There should be like puppets up in there. The ceiling is dripping. I don't know if you can see that. There's like green, different colored greens, and even blue up on the ceiling, leaching out probably different elements. Look how this one's just, I mean, eventually that's gonna wear away. That's gotta break, right? And then what? Hopefully it's not today. And then right under the water there, the base, it's like sitting on like a lamp base. Like it's a lamp post, you know? Oh yeah, you can see the colors in here. Blue, green. Beautiful. Do we dare go in there? It's a pretty tight fit. I think we'll just sit out here and check it out. No reason to go in there. All right, so I went to the, kind of turned to the east to show you this. So let's go over to the west, see what's over there. Here's that spot where they probably had a crane or something like that would take supplies when the weather was nice, is my guess. Like a boat would come in here and they could offload near the lighthouse instead of towards the back. And you just come around a corner and there's just more and more. Just one rivals the other. I think how I've been trying to work this out in my mind is it's both delicate and rugged at the same time. I mean, just look at that. It's this rugged beauty, but then it's just perched on a couple little, what's left holding that up, that cliff. Rugged and delicate at the same time. We got some other folks showing up here. I love the little Vagabond. It's just the coolest little boat. 20 feet of freedom. Well, I hope you guys agree that that was a proper tour of the Devil's Island Lighthouse and Sea Caves. And the black flies left us alone today. It's an absolutely gorgeous day. I'm glad I staged over on Rocky last night, because today I didn't plan it, just kind of pure luck, you know. But yeah, fantastic day to take a tour of Devil's Island. So I think now we're going to go down the other side that I haven't shown you, and we are going to head in the general direction of Cornucopia, a little town on the west side of the Bayfield Peninsula. Just because I've never been down that side of the Bayfield Peninsula. We've got an extra day here, and I think it would be fun. So let's just do something different and unexplored territory. So continue to stay tuned, guys. Look at these absolutely gorgeous traveling conditions. Perfect. Doing about 5.5 miles an hour at 3,000 RPMs, which is about as best as you're going to get. Our first freighter, our first ore ship, first Laker. I mean, go ahead and pick a term. We are going to stop in and check out this little island that I've never stopped at before. There is a few islands here in the Apostles that almost nobody visits. They either don't have a dock, or they don't have an official campground. You know, I guess no amenities of any sort. You know, they're just kind of like the forgotten little islands. The people just pass by on the way to the other ones. And this is one of those. It's over here by Sand Island. So that's, the big one is Sand, and then the one I'm coming in, you know, I don't have my map with me, so I don't remember the name of this one, but I will, you know, put it on the screen here when I make this video later. But it's got this nice little beach, and it's got like a little hook, kind of like Rocky has. And I think we should pull in here and go to shore, or maybe find some driftwood. Look at this nice beach. Stretches way over there. And the beagle wants to go to shore, don't ya? Nice little sandy bottom. It's like paradise. We're in 2 feet of water. We're doing some cooking out here on the platform tonight. Why not? Look at these conditions. It's like paradise out here. I promise I'm not gloating. It probably sounds like that sometimes, like, look at me, I'm in paradise. I don't mean it like that at all. I'm just in awe that I am so blessed right at this moment to be experiencing this, and I want to share it with anybody else that would feel the same way. It's just more than I deserve. I have this little fortune from a fortune cookie from last winter, and I didn't remember what it said. I just pulled it off the wall here. It says, let's see if I can get it to focus. We are made to persist. That's how we find out who we are. Going to shore. Didn't even have to launch the kayak. Walk to shore. Come on, Beagle. Come on. Come join me. So this is definitely going to be a rock and glass, beach glass beach. Not seeing a lot of driftwood. Maybe a little piece here and there, but I can already tell that this is a really good rock beach. So we're going to explore this for a bit and see what we can find. So you guys don't know this or you never see it, but when I come out to these really isolated, lonely places like this beach right here or Manitou Island, or when I really get out where no one else goes and it lasts for a day or two, I notice my mind really makes a shift and I start thinking differently. I start thinking deeper, calmer, more creatively, in the sense of just like breaking patterns of kind of like what I think I know, or what's true and what isn't, and getting and paradoxically closer to, I guess, what I would call the truth, or of what's reality, what's it like, why are we really here, that type of stuff. And occasionally, maybe after a beer, after a beer or two, I might, be tempted to turn the phone on like I am right now and just share it with you guys, and just do a rant, for however long. And I have a couple times, and then I go back and I watch it, and I'm like, people are just gonna think I'm crazy, and I just erase it, I delete it, and sometimes I regret doing that. And one of these days, I'm gonna try to figure out how to do it. I listen to a couple channels that I really respect. I mean, very, almost every day, and they pull it off somehow. Maybe I'll link them below or something, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's so tempting to just, I feel like I'm more than just a traveler. I'm more than just an adventurer. Like I take my head and my heart along with me on all these journeys, and I'm always thinking, and I'm always feeling, and I'm always searching, both in the world and inside myself and in others, and looking for answers to questions that I've always had, and I want to share them, but I don't want to drive outside of my lane, so to speak, and get too far in the weeds and drive people away. But I do know that there are people who watch my channel because they've reached out to me and they've, left comments and stuff, that there's also people, I guess you just say like me, part of whatever, my tribe. The tribe in which I seem to be a part of. A very small one. Anyways, hopefully that made sense. Maybe I'll put this in a video and just test the waters. Would anybody be interested in, videos, maybe on the backup channel, of just deeper things about, just the craziness of life. Just the stuff that my mind's always blown of why some people just can't see the obvious deceptions and the propaganda and the media manipulation and and they just kind of they just go with the flow. I guess they just call them normies, normies, NPCs. But anyways, if you follow me, leave a comment below or send me an email or something. Tell me if I even got 10 people, to say, yeah, I would like to have those kind of conversations, because it wouldn't be a one-sided conversation. It wouldn't just be like me yapping at you. It would be me bringing stuff up in hopes that you would comment on it and we would have a conversation, so. All right, well, thanks for listening, guys. Let's keep looking around. Now, this should be the pay dirt for any beach glass that might reach this beach. I'm not finding much beach glass, but yeah, I found a couple of pieces. The clear stuff. Oh, and Omar. And a little one, too. Look at that. This one's nice and small. Easy to ship. If you want it, let me know. What are you doing? It's just a rock. Do you think that's more than a rock? You're silly. Sometimes I find pieces of beach glass like this that it hasn't really worn much yet. Like the edges are still kind of jagged, like it needs to go, be sloshed around the lake for another year or two. So with those, I usually throw them back out and let the waves work on them for another year or two. It's funny, you just walk really slow looking for something, and then all of a sudden, you're at a beach.